The continued adventures of an MMO veteran playing Warframe for the first time. Hopping back in, I catch my viewers who may have missed our first session up on everything they missed. I'm a robot ninja. Everyone's a robot ninja. Everyone who's not a robot ninja is trying to kill you, and they gotta go. That's it, you're all caught up. With that behind us, I begin the mission to board Hex Galleon. We are running around blindly looking for more pieces of the glass key. Saya, Lotus, and Kanzu are chatting constantly as if I'm not roped into this call and fighting things while they gab. Kanzu even compliments Saya's marriage?
Your marriage was a boon to Cetus.
Their convo inspires Lotus to do a special scan of the vessel we are on looking for our prize. It works and we get our quest marker. On the way there, I find a vent I can break and enter. That's neat, I'll have to keep an eye out for more side areas. Vahek, the bad guy who owns this ship, joins the call and is excited that we've come to him.
Tenno! Tenno! Oh, is it my birth interval? Such a gift.
Is it my birth interval? Oh my god.
I have a surprise for you.
We bash our way through the ship, eventually finding the glass shard we seek and scan it to collect it. I get an upgrade on the way out called Diamond Skin, which reduces radiation damage that we take, which teaches me that this game has radiation damage. Back on the ship, chat reminds me of the gun I started crafting during our last play session, and that it should be ready for pickup. As I head to the 3D printer, Saya and Kanzu start reminiscing about her missing husband, which is super odd, as during our last session, Saya accused Kanzu of being involved in his disappearance, and now they are just exchanging old stories like besties. She gives us a hint for our next mission and ends the call, and we pick up our new gun from the foundry. I equip the Burstin and also swap in my throwing knives so that I still have a silent weapon if I need it and put what mods I have on them. I accidentally stumble upon something called Conclave and I ask chat what it is. What is Conclave? I have no idea what that screen was. It was like my character but missing gear. PvP. Oh. Is it good? Abandoned? Cursed? Ancient? No? Wait, what? No, it's empty. No, yes, no one, it's unbalanced, no. Okay, wow, alright, so clearly Warframe PvP has an excellent reputation. That's what I learned today. We start the next mission in search of the final fragment of the glass key. Saya and Kanzu bond over conference call again, and Vahek yells inspiring threats to his troops.
Find that piece before an Eidolon finds you!
I don't know what an Eidolon is in the Warframe universe yet. Foreshadowing. Kanzu comes in quick with an explanation. While running towards the quest marker, one veteran Warframe player shows me how helpful and understanding they are towards newbies. Future Muck here, I now know that most players spam bullet jump to get around, but at this point in the story, I just knew of it as a way to jump across gaps or up to hard to reach places. It had not occurred to me to spam this for travel. I promise that will come later. Moments later, the Eidolon showed up, and I'm reminded of the Fel Reavers in WoW's Burning Crusade. Oh, it's a Fel Reaver! This thing just starts stomping the Grineer. Naturally, I try my shiny new gun on it, but it has no effect. The quest objective has me slip past it while it is finding the others to explore the cave behind them. In the back of the cave, we lift a rock with telekinesis and acquire the final fragment of the glass key. We then exit the cave using a different entrance that would have been infinitely easier to enter from, but alas, we did not know of it. On our way to extraction, I share my thoughts on using the scanner. I gotta say, the whole thing where you gotta pull out a scanner that is a consumable, and you gotta scan the glass shard, when lore-wise you're just picking it up, that's kind of weird. Weird is the wrong word, stupid. I meant to say stupid. Like, you should just mouse over it and, like, press one key and pick it up. At long last, we put the final glass shard into place and open the box, and inside it... Earlier she accused the old man of killing her husband, and now she's like, you were the best friend.
Kept my flower.
Oh, Uncle. You always told me I should try following my heart instead of my head. Shola. I guess it's time I did.
Wait, is she gonna get with the other old guy? The one she accused of killing her husband yesterday? Huh? What happened to the husband that's missing? They're not even gonna cover it. And who was that at that loading screen? I don't even know who that was. So that, as it turns out, is a new Warframe for Gara, the Glass Warrior. I go to Hero Select Terminal to inspect Gara. I'm not sure if there's a faster way of doing this, but I know this way. And I look at her abilities. Pretty neat, but I don't want it bad enough to devote time into farming it. I'm happier with Mag for the moment, so I head off for our next quest, Vox Solaris, and head to Fortuna. Chat's getting really excited about this. Wait, Steam achievement, obtain a Sentinel. What? Wait, how are you whistling? You don't have a mouth. Bro, do none of them have human heads?
Making peace to build a future, strong, united, working till we fall. The air and water flowing hard, the land we call our home. Push to keep the dark from coming. Feel the weight of what we owe. This, the song of sons and daughters. Hide the heart of who we are. Making peace to build a future. Strong, united, working till we fall. And we all lift. And we're all adrift together.
The song's awesome. I'm just so confused because it's like some of them look flesh from the shoulder down, but it's like of all the parts to replace on a flesh and blood person, the head?
Till we're lifeless together.
Debt internment colony. Repossessions, foreclosures, fixed interest rates, variable rate wages, GDP, repossessions. Oh, that's rough on the knees. With that amazing intro into Fortuna, I am left reeling by everyone's missing heads, and I am sent to speak to Yudiko. We wander around, take in the sights, admire a waterfall made of lotion, and find Yudiko. She tells us to help Thursby, who owes a lot of money, and if he can't get some soon, the people he owes money to will harvest his organs to recoup their losses. Thursby tries to sell me stuff for all of about 5 seconds before dropping a casual, or we could go commit grand larceny together if you're interested. And let me tell you, I'm interested. I head outside of town to the open sky of Venus.
Welcome to Venus. It'll kill ya.
Yudiko calls him to make sure I'm not a bad influence on Thursby, as if I'm the one who asked him to commit federal crimes. We're searching for caches of goods that don't belong to us, and have to find 3 within a time limit. The first one, I admit, I get stuck on for a minute. I had trouble finding the prompt to open it. I ran a few laps around it, whacked it a few times, and even tried scanning it before finding the open button. Might need to make that bigger. Or I might just be stupid. Maybe we can meet halfway on that. At this point, more Warframe veterans are whining that I'm not bullet jumping constantly, and I start to take notice. I say that I'm mostly just running along the ground right now, and there's no way spamming bullet jump would be faster than running full sprint, right? Wrong. I am quickly corrected that I need to be spamming bullet jump at all times. I try it out, sprint, crouch, aim, jump, roll on the landing, sprint, crouch, aim, jump, roll on the landing. This is a lot of work for just basic movement, and it feels honestly kind of weird that the character can crouch and jump forward repeatedly faster than their sprint speed. I'll try to use it more and see if I can get used to it, but it seems like a very odd premise. I hit a flower thingy that launches me into orbit, and I come to the conclusion that this game has no fall damage. We wrap up getting the caches, then Thursby says that I'm so strong it would be a waste to not use that strength to get back at Neff and make him pay for all he's done to us, by blowing up his cooling tower when he goes to show it to his precious board of investors. Yudiko joins the call and calls Thursby an idiot for announcing these mutinous plans while on an unsecured channel. She blames me for everything. You told me to do what he said. He told me to do this. He said, get murdered. So now we have to go track down an enemy drone that overheard Thursby's evil plans. We find the drone, destroy it, enemies pour out to stop us, and fight them off too. Yutiko says good job, and not to help Thursby break the law anymore and for us to head back to Fortuna. I adjust some controls to allow for easier bullet jump spam while I rant like an old man about bullet jumping for a minute. I don't know, just, okay, I just feel like in any game, running should be faster than run, crouch, jump, run, crouch, jump, run, crouch, jump, run, crouch, jump. Called me old-fashioned, but that just, that just seems so stupid. I feel like just full-blown sprinting should be faster than all that crap. And head back into the city. Chat tells me I can reduce the number of key inputs by 1 by turning sprint on toggle instead of holding the key. I spend a minute unable to find it because although the crouch toggle control is under key bindings, the sprint toggle control is under accessibility. Thursby says he made so much money from what I did that he is out of danger of repo and can even open his own shop. So I don't know why I didn't earn half of that money since I did everything. But sure, okay, good luck, buddy. We then are sent to talk to the business, or Biz to his friends. Biz says he got hold of a list of people who are going to be repoed, but he's going to stop this from happening by having us deliver a K-bomb. Did you already use the A through J bombs?
Wait.
Yutiko, who is apparently listening in on every phone call ever, butts in and is aghast that he wants to bomb someone. Yutiko, everyone you sends me to wants to use me to murder people, just throwing that out there. Like, that says more about y'all than me. She does agree that the repo list is a problem, but wants to handle it differently. I make a comment about the waypoints. I think it's kind of bad for immersion that on every map I start with all the waypoints, so I could just skip traversing the whole thing. This isn't a major negative point, I'm just surprised it's set up this way. If I had to explore and acquire the waypoints myself like in most other games, I'd probably remember this place better, rather than simply port to the one nearest my objective, do thing, port home. We break into a baddie base and we help Yutiko hack into their system. We find logs that point to trouble.
Biz, it says they're going after your field team. Today.
They're already overdue for a check-in. And Welder, you need to find my team before Neff's repo squad does.
We go to their last known location and sadly start finding a trail of bodies. We gather scraps of information from each of the bodies' mechanical systems as they're starting to power down. We're working on a time limit here. Piecing it together, we find out that there are survivors.
The survivors are being held nearby, awaiting processing.
We're on our way. We track them down, hack some terminals, and orchestrate a little jailbreak. We fight off waves of enemies trying to stop us, and we defend the area while the hack is running. During this, my Taxon takes a big hit and the little guy shuts down. It's my first time seeing this, so I'm briefly unsure of what to do. But then I notice it says recovering and realize I just need to give him time to do a reboot. We then get a message from Nefanyo, who appears to have a beard made out of a CVS receipt.
Anna, did you think I didn't notice your little heist earlier? Quite a stunt you pulled with that young... what was his name? Thursby.
Tenno, you have to get back here before they get to it.
We fast travel back to town and head straight to check on Thursby, receiving an incomplete audio message from him on the way there of him being jumped.
Hey fellas, Thursby. Nah, you just missed a meet. No, I didn't do nothing. No, you don't understand. Stop.
In town, I have some trouble finding the prompt to click on because so many people are standing on the quest NPC. This makes me miss a feature that I think World of Warcraft added after a few expansions that made players invisible if they were standing within a few feet of an essential NPC to put a stop to folks trolling others by standing on them with their mounts. I finally managed to interact with Yutiko. Thursby was repoed. Parts of him, both mechanical and organs, were taken to cover his debts.
The medic's not sure if they can stabilize him with so much missing. This was a mistake, letting you get involved. Why did I listen to Biz? Maybe it's not too late to impress Neff before his big unveiling. Appeal to his mercy. Show him what we can do. Get topside. I'll fill you in.
I don't know what a K-bomb is, but the business has a K-bomb. We could use that. That might impress him. We head back outside.
Neff's pushing ahead with activating that coolant tower, but it's not ready. My engineers need a mineral. Amarast to counter the inevitable heat cascade. I've marked an excavation site where you should find some. Bring it back, and maybe we stop the entire Valis from being bathed in slag.
We head to some sort of mining area to get this material she wants. Business says this is a dumb idea. I agree with business on this one.
Nothing you do will make Neff kind. The more you give, the more he'll take. When you rise up, people get hurt. But if we let that fear divide us, it will only get worse. I saw a Utico I haven't seen for years back there. Fortuna needs that Utico back. We need Vox.
Listen, business, that's all real cool. I need to know why you're all missing your heads. That's like the most important thing right now. I'll muse more on them missing their heads later. I have some ideas, but I don't know anything for sure yet. I arrive at an excavator and start trying to destroy it, then realize I'm supposed to protect it. Whoops. So I need to stop enemies from hitting this thing, and the enemies will also occasionally drop batteries that I need to carry to the excavator. Things go well for a few minutes, but then I notice a distinct lack of batteries. It appears that all the enemies that drop them have been spawning on top of a massive mushroom high above me. I try to reach them with bullet jumping or shooting them down, but I'm unable to find a way to get up there before they eventually kill the excavator. This forces the mission to fail and puts me back in Fortuna. Apparently, it isn't set to allow you to just try again. There is some sort of checkpoint back when we were trying to talk to Utico under the pile of people. I speak with her again and try to just skip through the conversation since I've already seen this, but near as I can tell, no button on my keyboard can skip the dialogues. So after failing the mission due to a bug, or just bad luck with the mushroom thing, I have to replay all of these conversations and I cannot skip them. Kind of irritating, honestly, but I assume that this doesn't come up often. Skipping ahead a while, we are at the excavator event again, but this time it doesn't spawn the enemies a mile up in the air, and I'm happy to say that we finished it without issue. Neff starts broadcasting a presentation of his new cooling tower for his investors.
Solaris, the investor showcase is tomorrow, and you lot still maintain the coolant tower is not ready. Have you no faith? My test run will commence now, and the board shall know it was I, Nathaniel, who brought the glory of the Orokin to life once more!
He's starting already? Neff's gonna trigger a heat cascade if he boots that coolant tower up without the Amarast. He's going to get us all killed. Hurry!
Solaris, why isn't it working? Fix this! Solaris, this disaster is your bumbling. Present me your floor boss.
I am. Floor boss, Utico, FB9. I take responsibility for this.
What?
Finally, one of you shows some backbone. Floor boss, select 50 workers of low efficiency and have them in front of Fortuna for repo. Their upgrades I shall bequeath to Solaris of greater efficiency. And for the failures, brain shelving. Make your list. You have 1 orbit hour.
Now I want to highlight what he said about brain shelving there and what's going on inside my head right now. I've never heard the term brain shelving, but the mental image it evokes is something like Futurama, with everybody's heads in jars on shelves, but still alive. This makes me wonder if the people with robot heads just had their brains put on a shelf somewhere and they're operating their body with Wi-Fi to work off the debt? Maybe it's an insurance so they can't leave? But then he asked for 50 workers, and so far all the workers I've seen didn't have heads, and he's referring to folks that haven't been shelved yet. I don't know, but hopefully we'll find out soon. We head back to Fortuna and visit Utico, who gives us new instructions. We head back outside the city, yet again, a lot of running back and forth on this one, and get a call from the business in the airlock.
What are you trying to do, Utico? Buy him off? You've lost it. Wait, where's my K-bomb?
Called it. We head outside to where Neff is expecting us to surrender some workers, and I blow them up with magnet powers. How do they work anyway? I then plant the K-bomb and am severely underwhelmed by its destructive power. But then a new player joins the game. A Vox joins the call and begins tormenting Nefanyo. So, what did that do? Wait, what is... Yo, I'm getting like pushed around.
I know that voice. I killed that voice. You are a ghost. But I don't believe in ghosts.
Halt repossessions immediately. Recognize the importance of our work. These are our demands.
I will find you.
Now, I don't know Vox. My guess, based on what the business said to Yutiko earlier, is that this is Yutiko using an alias for her less-than-legal projects. We fight and fight and fight some more, cutting down Nef's minions, until Yutiko notices something large.
Sparky, not worth it. Get back in here. Nef won't risk destroying Fortuna.
Oh, there's a big guy coming. We head back inside the city, and Nef gloats that the big guy will be waiting outside to keep us planted. Biz tells Yutiko he's glad she's back, hinting that she controls this Vox persona. Yutiko says she knows that Nef wants us here, but she's arranged something for us outside. We step outside again. Why did you call me in here just to tell me to go back outside? This meeting could have been an email.
Roki lent us her personal K-drive. Fastest board in the Vallis. See if you can't slip right past that Spider Mama.
Spider Mama. How do I unlock the Spider Mama Warframe? I want to play the Spider Mama. Future Muck here. There actually is a Spider Mama Warframe. I didn't know how accurate that joke was. Ha! We find her present, and I express my joy at getting a break from bullet jumping. Wait, so there was a million dudes out here shooting the door, and one of you came out here and put the board down out here, where all the shooty people were, instead of giving it to me inside?
No hope of outgunning that orb.
Oh, thank God, I don't have to do that stupid jumping anymore. I find I can use my secondary weapon while on the board. Good to know. I zoom to the quest objective and hack my way in.
What's going on down there? I've lost control of the coolant tower. The investors are watching. Acknowledge.
You never had control, Nathaniel. This tower is Solaris United property. We deal with it as we please.
Well, hello there.
You weasels picked the wrong day for collective bargaining. Corpus kill squads, converge on the control cluster at once. Investors! Everything is under control!
Let's turn up the heat on Nef.
So while our hack is running, we have to defend the console or we lose our bargaining chip. Much violence ensues. Nef periodically threatens us to stop, but grows more and more desperate as the pressure mounts on him.
Solaris United,
Hang on.
in the name of the Void, I command you to stop. You're putting my entire enterprise at risk.
Stop the repossessions. Acknowledge our work. Honor the age-old accord between Solaris and Corpus.
More violence.
Wait, fine. I'll halt the repossessions. Is that what you want? Stop this.
Never forget, Solaris make the Valors work. No Solaris, no Valors. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, I understand.
All I needed to hear. Sparky, drop the Amarast in. Fingers crossed this even works.
We dropped the Amarast in, the thing we got from the excavators that the coolant tower still needed.
Readings returning to normal. That did it. Well then, Sparky. Looks like SU is back. Only a matter of time. If it wasn't me, someone else would have done it. Meanwhile, you come see me anytime. Solaris United's got plenty of work for you.
You're still in beginner zone? I'm on the second planet now. I'm a big boy. I head back inside and apparently that's it. Quest complete. I appear to now have the hoverboard permanently, so I add that to a hotkey for future use. Chad tells me to go visit Thursby, and I find that he's alright. Well, mostly. And he is now an actual merchant of sorts. He can make what appears to be a robot pet for me, but I have to have the parts for it, which I don't. Even though I made him so much money, he won't make me one for free. And with that, we head back to the ship. I still don't know for sure the deal with everyone missing their heads, but anytime I bring it up, chat starts clemming, so I'm betting I'll find out down the road. Back to the ship, sort out some new mods. Next quest is called Fossa. I have to fight something called the Jackal. Bonk, 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 we blast through the weak stuff and find ourselves a boss fight. And a tutorial of sorts for a new weapon that apparently all Warframes have called a Parazon. It's like a knife on a rope. The boss occasionally makes rotating energy walls I need to avoid. I try line of sighting them at first, but eventually the pillars break and I'm forced to rotate with the energy walls. He begins getting more and more attacks to throw at me, fences of electricity, shockwaves, projectiles, and from time to time I get to stab him with the Parazon again. So this fight is basically just wait for an opening and then hit him with the Parazon 4 times, near as I can tell. I die once while trying to figure out how to get the final opening, but apparently I can respawn a limited number of times within the mission without failing the mission entirely. And I get up and finish it off. I head back and am told from chat that this boss can be farmed for parts of a frame called Rhino. The dead boss also emails me? Your actions have consequences. Alright. Ordis, add that to my blocked email list, please. I head over to the details screen to check out what the Rhino does. He's a big boy. Alright, what's your deal? Emit a shockwave dealing 100 damage after landing from a great height. Rhino charge, it's a charge. Harden his skin, insulating himself from all damage and gaining overguard. Roar, grant all nearby warframes increased damage for a short duration. Stomp. Stomp your feet with force sufficient to disrupt time. What? Tumbling enemies around him into stasis. Stomp time. Okay. Doesn't look interesting enough that I want to go fight that boss 9 more times. Like, I don't think he's bad, I just don't want him bad enough to fight Jackal repeatedly at this time. We check our next goal, and it is to accomplish 4 tasks for the Junction. And our next task is to learn how to use the market and buy a Rhino blueprint. I buy it with credits. I don't accidentally waste plat this time. For the last piece of the Junction, I need to start building a Rhino component. I also notice I have a recipe for Garuda, and I go to check her deal. All right, what's your deal? She's like, I'm fabulous. Oh. The non-existent hair flip. Damage temporarily increases with each enemy she kills to a maximum of plus 100%, slashes with her talons if no melee weapon is equipped. Dread Mirror, rip the life force from an enemy and use it as a shield that captures damage. This kills significantly weakened enemies instantly. Charge to channel the captured damage into an explosive projectile. Blood Altar, impale an enemy on an altar of talons and siphon health for Garuda and her allies. Bloodletting, Garuda sacrifices her health to generate energy and clear status effects. Seeking Talons, charge to expand the targeting area. Release to send Garuda's talons careening toward each target in area. Surviving enemies are prone to slash status. Chat tells me I can cancel the Rhino part to get the stuff back and I'll still get credit for the Junction. I do so. I then head off to the Junction and face a Rhino Spectre. I beat him with the power of holding down E for a few seconds and unlock Mercury as a destination, as well as unlocking some new quests. I equip the new Boltor I got to try it out and equip many new mods I picked up. I start the quest Howl of the Kubrau, which apparently gives you the bat dog thing that was in the opening cinematic as a pet. Lotus chimes in.
So the Corpus have recovered an incubator segment. This is an excellent opportunity. Every Tenno deserves to have a Kubro by their side.
This mission requires me to be loud and noisy while a different Tenno is sneaking around doing something. The enemy shuts down life support in an attempt to choke me out.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out.
Lotus says that she will send in life support devices, and we can also steal personal life support capsules from defeated enemies. So basically, keep killing and picking up things to prevent the life support timer from reaching 0. Due to a misclick, I learned that you can have an overlay map. It appears to replace the minimap and gives much more information. Good to know. We complete the mission, and either I or the other Tenno picked up the incubator device. Back on the ship, we plug it in.
Joy. An incubator. The only segment Ordis is glad those savages looted. I would be happy to help you install it. Ordis awaits incubator segment installation, operator. No need to rush.
Good. Now you just need a Kubro egg to start the process. Feral Kubro dens on Earth would be a good place to start looking.
So we're off to find a Kubrau egg on our next mission. Tenno and Kubrau apparently go way back. We are such good friends that I only killed like 20 of them to steal one egg. We grab it, and I head back to the ship without further incident. I head over to the incubator. Starter missions are just getting used to mission types. So there's a mission type for Steel Dog Egg?
When complete, you will have to wait until the Kubro matures before you can take it on any missions.
To think it's been ages since a Kubro spread filth all graced this ship. Operator, drop the egg into the system to begin breeding. Drop it on the floor.
It says it will hatch in 1 minute. Wow, that's fast. So I take the time to do today's mastery, which involves killing holograms with only my secondary weapon, currently the throwing knives. I read the rewards and gain a mastery level. I get a new mail. Hey there, Steel Cheeks. I got word you're running solo out there, not affiliated to any of the clans. You do know there's hundreds of clans that would love to love you, right? Oh wait, love to have you. That was one hell of a misread. Well, your pal Maru's put her networking skills at your disposal. See for yourself. All kinds of clans, big and small, all putting recruitment calls out. You can browse them at your leisure right there in your orbiter, or come and see me at the bazaar. Remember, where there's a demand, there's money to be made, and right now you are in demand. Muckluck WF. Maru. The Kubrau hatched, and I have a male Chisa Kubrau. I don't know what the Chisa part is, but it makes me think of Jar Jar Binks. A couple of people in chat get excited, and as best as I can gather, the Kubrau can have small differences when they hatch, and apparently I got one with rare properties or fur pattern or something. I try to equip it to run with me on a mission, and it prompts me to grow it to the mature adulthood stage to be ready for combat. Just like that? This prompts Lotus to give me a mission to find a Orokin-era Kubrau collar. I guess we can't just go to PetSmart and buy a new one? I have a lot of thoughts at this point about the doggo. I'm assuming it replaces the Taxon, the flying drone that I have. If so, can it still attack air units? Will it leap up to hit them, or will it just ignore them entirely? I guess I'll find out next time, as finishing this will be my first goal at the start of my next gaming session, as it is past my bedtime. This video was a lot of work, so if you enjoyed it, please consider hit that like button to help us out with the YouTube algorithm and subscribe for more videos. If this video gets at least 7 likes, I'll make another one. If you want to see more of my unedited journey through Warframe, a link to that will be down below. Special thanks to our patrons for their continued support, which makes these videos possible. Stay safe out there, Tennos.